Gentlemen, we are live. Let's get it.
Yes. Another edition, Talking Sports with a 12th man. Let's make it do what it do, baby. In the words of Ray Charles.
Happy holidays to all of our listeners.
I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Hopefully y'all enjoying this time with family and friends. And hopefully y'all will take about an hour and a half of your time to spend with us on this evening and talk some sports. Chime in. We want to hear from you. We like the engagement. We like the interaction. We want to hear from you all for sure.
Appreciate you guys. And yes, piggyback on what Rob said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus for the rest of us. If you are remembering the old Seinfeld episode.
Oh, yes.
I'm kind of dating myself over here, but we had some fun Festivus miracles and airing of grievances. Man, it was such a classic episode, if you will, too. We're having some fun. We got my three amigos. So it looks like we're going to have Jake, who's going to join us a little later, everyone. We know how we appreciate his amazing energy, and we know how we like to hear his rants, as always. So,
yes.
Here, let's get this party started. Let's go around the horn. As they say, I'm going to check in with Mr. Rob Ford. Appreciate you putting the topics, Rob. How you feeling this evening, sir?
Hey, man, doing great. Yeah. On vacation this week. Went to Tarpon Springs. Had some Greek food. Oh, yeah, baby. Some grilled octopus.
Ooh.
Green beans.
Stuff there.
Yeah. Some good stuff, man. So, no, I'm feeling good, man. We're ready to do this.
Grilled octopus. It looked good in Portugal. I wasn't brave enough to try that yet. Maybe I'll circle back around.
Oh, wow.
You don't know what you're missing. That's one of the best places to eat is in Portugal, too.
I know. I just at the time, I was trying so many different other things, but again, I wasn't quite bold enough just yet. But maybe I'll get a chance to circle back around at one point. Richard, good evening to you too. Gary, we're gonna check in with him. I don't know if he's doing a little reverse.
Hey, Richard, thanks for dialing in.
I got the Texas Tech jersey here. Maybe he's trying to Jedi mind trick us, if you will, because we know Gary's affinity for what's happening with Oregon. But how you feeling this evening, Gary?
Hey, I'm feeling good. Holiday season is upon us, and Richard's wife made these little. Got a little package from Richard and his wife. And it was these little gnome ornaments that she made by hand. Beautiful. So we put them on our tree. So Richard, I know you're on. Appreciate you, and thanks for, of course, tuning in. But also thanks for the thoughtful gift. It was appreciated.
Appreciate you, Richard, and appreciate the cards and everything from everyone too. I know I get so crazy busy. I don't get a chance to do stuff, but maybe I'll send a little gift via email, my little thanks.io stuff. So stay tuned for that, gentlemen, because it's been a crazy year. Appreciate you guys. Richard, we wanted to see you, man. Hopefully you'll get a chance to join us on the podcast, man. That would be great to get your thoughts and everything like that for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Richard, let's make sure that the next podcast we get your email over to Dre and work it out so you can come in and they can see that gorgeous mug of yours.
Shout out to eventually I know we'll get some love from Jill. There's a lot of people that we just want to just to show our thanks to, and every now and then I get a chance to ping Naj, and I'll try to send him a quick email to let him know that we're on too, because he's always checking in. And yeah, Richard, you can definitely ask Rob, just more or less just send us your email, and then we'll get some topics sent out to you and kind of some ideas as far as what you bring to the table. Because obviously we do some research. We try to check in some stuff too, but we love it because it's kind of free flowing, right? We want to make sure that everyone gets their thoughts and their talking points out for sure too. So we're here to support and have a fantastic time doing it. So we love sports. We love talking about it. And that's why the platform has been here. So that's what we do. In the words of Ray Charles, make it do what it do, as Robert says all the time too. So let's go. As we're wrapping up and getting ready, I want to just throw out a couple things for everyone to follow us. And you guys have been fantastic on this. We're always going to point out how to follow us. Got a couple different ways. Follow us on Twitter or X. That signature is at 12th Man Sports on Twitter X. Follow us on Facebook, which is where the show is streaming, Facebook Live. If you go to facebook.com/talking sports the 12th man, or you can type in 12th Man Sports, you will see us. That's one way to find us. We're on YouTube as well. Again, this has been a great year. We get looking forward to 2026 and a lot of exciting developments for that too as we get our feet running and hitting the ground. So that's what we have in store. So, gentlemen, we got a lot of things to discuss. Couple games that were not exciting, but yeah, I think we're going to gloat slightly here because I think Rob and JQ had picked Oklahoma. Me and Gary stick with Alabama because we knew it was hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Alabama certainly didn't play that well. They had some challenges, but I think being battle tested definitely helped out, Alabama. And then it just seems like, Oklahoma just kind of collapsed down the stretch too. So we're going to talk about this next game. I think is a very exciting matchup. Alabama.
One thing before we start, I do have our numbers on our games.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Go ahead, Gary. Thank you for talking.
In college, Rob picked 3 correct.
Okay.
Andre picked 4 correct.
Just go.
Check out Andre.
Gary picked 5 correct.
Gary, let's go. That's what he wanted.
That's why you wanted to call the numbers out.
only because I picked them with my heart. I'm not picking them this week.
I love it.
Let's see. Marcy's got a question for us.
Yeah, go ahead.
After the bench fight between Draymond and Coach Kerr, are we finally getting close to Warriors thinking about moving away from Green? It's a great question. But I just don't think they're going to move away from him because obviously he brings so much value to what they do, right? And, he's just one of those guys you're just going to deal with 4 or 5 times a year with doing something stupid. And, kind of like what Dennis Rodman was with the Spurs and the Bulls and things of that nature.
Right.
But I just still think they're going to deal with them maybe for another year or two. Now, the Warriors got a losing record so far this year. So, I mean, at some point, if they're not winning, though, you may say, hey, let's go ahead and cut our ties. I mean, we're not winning with them. It'd be different if we're winning with them. Right now, still a lot of basketball left to be played. We only like third of the season so far. And, they got a losing record right now. But if they're not winning at the end of the year, that would be the only way I see they get rid of them.
And, Rob, you made a good point. After, whenever they got to a little argument, then, the Warriors went on a run, right? Whenever Draymond decided to exit. And and he came back on the bench and Steve Kerr didn't really put him back in the game. And the Warriors ended up making that, like you said, run. So every Warriors fan is I think after a while, maybe you get kind of tired of these antics at some point, especially if you're winning, as you said, Rob, you kind of can put up with it. But whenever you start to lose, you're like, that doesn't seem to be a good situation anymore because, after a while, you kind of get tired of that, right? That's what I would assume.
But he's the type of guy with his skill set, with his defensive mindset out there and, what he brings to the table for that organization. He's been a big part of in my opinion, he's been a big part of their success. Other than
Richard said he's overrated and not worth the drama.
He's definitely a drama king.
Yeah.
And he definitely probably thinks he is
a lot better than he is.
But he does bring a lot to the table.
Well, let's think about what happens. And this is something that Warriors fans will always go, this is not what we want to go down this path. I'm sure Robert loves this. But if you think about the fact that he was the main reason why they got rid of, Kevin Durant, because he had that incident. He also was the main reason behind Jordan Poole. We all know what happened with Jordan Poole, how you punch your teammate. That's something that you should never do. And, at certain points, if you're winning, then that's okay. But sometimes it starts to get really old. And I think this is kind of where Warriors fans are starting to feel like, you know what? He's now becoming that dude, like you said, it's just like you might as well like cast him away because you've caused some ripples in the organization, I would say.
Well, let me ask you this just real quick, and then we'll get to our other
Sure.
topics. So if when he was in that situation with these players. If
Mhm.
they'd have went the other way and got rid of him and kept Kevin Durant, would Kevin Durant have even stayed?
Yes, I think for no doubt he would have stayed. No doubts.
Because wasn't Kevin Durant's thing more on, hey, I'm the MVP, this is my team, and his feelings were hurt because everybody was still saying it was Steph's
No, no,
team?
no, no. There was a great podcast. Believe it or not, it was the Knuckleheads. I believe this was with I can't. I think it was Quentin Richardson. I got to think of the name. It was a great podcast, and I'll have to send it to you guys. He said playing with the Warriors was probably one of the coolest things. He always deferred to Steph. And he said it actually made him a better player because he knew that he only had 15 shots per game. So he definitely honed in his game. He's like he was more focused during that season. And that's why he became the MVP because Steph took so much off of him. So it was like a kind of the symbiotic relationship where he was able to get shots. And then they said if Steph wanted to say, hey, you can take the last, it was a great relationship. So now you have this kind of energy where, oh, who do you think you are with
Then
Draymond?
why did the Warriors go that way? Then that's an organizational thing.
That's probably true. But then, like you said, at this juncture, you have Draymond kind of thinking he was the man. He's like, we don't need you. And then now you called him out of his name, called him a P word. I mean, you're like, what? So, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
think part of it too is
like,
Durant was a free agent and Draymond was still under contract at the time too.
that's
So
true
it was
too.
easier
That's
for
true.
Durant to move on and Draymond to stay at that time too. I see Marcy's comment say yes, he would definitely have stayed. And I agree with that. If there was a way, I mean, the Warriors tried to make another run at Durant a year or two ago.
Yeah. You're trying to,
And
yeah.
but I think he wanted no parts of going there as long as Draymond Green was still there for sure.
There it is. So I think
Mhm.
so. It's kind of the woulda, shoulda, coulda thing. There's no, like you said, Gary, to kind of wrap this up in a bow. If you're the Warriors, I would have said bye bye Green because I think Durant's a better player than Draymond. I mean, that's
Right.
no
No,
doubt.
no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
That was, I don't know who was making the call. I don't know if there was something else. If Draymond had pictures or something, but to me, it's a no brainer. I don't know why
Yeah.
that did not happen. And then you come in and you had a young player like Jordan Poole, who they were good at getting talent. You would have just kept it going, much to the hate of everyone in the NBA. And then who knows what can happen with if you could have been like the Bulls or like the run that the Thunder are making, you could have been up there as well too. So it's just kind of woulda, shoulda, coulda, man. It's disappointing.
Spurs are coming, man. They just
Yeah,
beat
Spurs.
OKC by
That's the
20.
squad too. That's anyway, Marsh. We talked about that. I know that was an interesting conversation. So a lot of love for you from there too. But anything else you wanted to say, Gary, about the picks? I know you got 5 of those correct. I know that's pretty amazing as far as that.
Yeah, it was
Should we
just
lean on you, Gary, for making all the picks here? Put those out, Gary's picks, man. So
oh yeah, that would go great. That would go great.
So, gentlemen, we have some really good playoff predictions to make. The first game out of the gate, we talked about it briefly, was Alabama at Indiana. I'm pretty excited about this game right now. On the surface, right? You got the big bad SEC, right? Now Alabama has been battle tested, right? Now you have Indiana. Indiana, they've had some challenges too. They've played Oregon. We've talked about they've played Ohio State. This is the SEC. This is a really big matchup. I'm kind of torn with this game, gentlemen, right now too. So I'm going to lead on you, Rob, because at this juncture, my heart goes one way because obviously being from Indiana, I like to see what Kirk Sneddie can do as far as game planning. Because Indiana, they're not backing down, but this is Alabama. They've been battle tested. What say you in this first matchup?
Man, I tell you, this is a tough game to pick.
I agree.
I'm going to go Alabama with an upset.
Okay.
And I don't like Alabama, but I'm going to go with them in the mild upset in this football game. And that's just my gut.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have I think the key with Alabama, if you look at their games, if you protect Ty Simpson,
Yeah.
he'll pick you apart. And I know that's true for most quarterbacks, but no, he's really good when he gets the protection.
Right.
And I don't know if Indiana can put the pressure on him from a pass rush standpoint.
Right.
And I think that's the number one reason why I'm more so leaning toward Alabama in this game. I thought Oklahoma
Yeah.
would bring the Brent Venables defense, and they did early in that game. And
They did.
obviously,
Yeah.
Oklahoma had some mistakes in that game, a block punt, pick six that cost them 10 points in that game, and that turned out to be the difference in the game. But I just feel like you got to have a great pass rush against Ty Simpson, like Georgia has. I don't know if Indiana's going to be able to bring that same kind of pass rush in this game, and that's kind of the reason why I'm leaning toward Alabama.
I'm gonna lean towards like Richard really quick, Gary, because I don't want to. Richard took my thunder. I'm just going with my heart with Indiana, man, because again, this is where good coaching I think comes to play. And Brent Venables is a good defensive coach, right? And I think Kirk Sneady has been pushing all the right buttons for this team too. So I don't think you want to underestimate them. Right now, it's going to be tough. Like I said Alabama's battle tested, but I like the coaching for Kirk Sneady. Indiana's been playing well. They've rose into the chain. They took a tough, talented Ohio State team, and they reduced them to obviously Ohio State could have hit that field goal, but I'm just impressed with them. Like I said, I think it can go either way, but I like the coaching for Indiana. I'm not mad at
Indiana missed field goal in that game too.
They did. You're 100% correct too. So this is where I just like Alabama has some flaws. They're not as dominant as they were, but it's just I can see this kind of going Indiana's way, if you will, too. So that's my pick. Yeah. Gary, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you, man.
I'm listening to what you guys say, and I think this is going to be another game here where I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be, maybe a field goal.
Yeah,
right in that area. But I'm going with Indy.
Oh wow! Okay,
I'm going with Indy in this game. I think they're going to win. I think they're just that team this year.
Wow.
That they're going to be really, really hard to beat, and it's going to take more than Alabama to do it.
Interesting. I love it. Like I said, it's just one of those tough situations to just.
You want to give me a score, gentlemen? Rob, you got Alabama. What's your score?
27-24, Bama.
Man, I love it. I was in that same range too. I was thinking that too. Richard, put your score up there. I'm thinking kind of similar, Rob. I'm going to go 28-24. That's where I'm at.
Okay, 28. And I'm going to go 27-24 Indy.
Okay. I love it. Richard, you just said by 10. So I'm assuming somehow, I don't know, you're thinking like a 21 to something like that, or I don't know where you're going as far as that score. Let us know what you're thinking. You can put it in the chat. We had Rob, you were talking about how much people were talking. Okay, 24-14 Indy. I love it. Thanks, Richard. Mm-hmm. Last week, Rob, we were talking about how Texas A&M was talking all of that junk, right? They were ready to go. And that Miami game was probably one of the most – it was a boring game. I'm sorry, guys. It was not an exciting game. Nobody wanted to win that. It felt like Indiana, sorry. Miami's like, okay, I guess we'll take this.
Yeah. And, the only game that was somewhat entertaining was Alabama and Oklahoma.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. But this is tough, Gary. I know you're a Miami guy. This is where I think the buck stops with Miami. I think Ohio State is a little bit more talented in this instance. I think they're going to not talented in that, but I'm saying I just think that this is a situation where Ohio State's going to be ready. I would say that. So I'm picking Ohio State off at the gate. But I want to hear your thoughts, Gary.
What's your score?
My score is going to be, I'm going to go with a high-scoring game, 34-27. That's what I'm going. And I'm going to Ohio State. Rob,
you go first.
I'm going to go Ohio State as well, but I think this game is going to be closer, though.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go, 24-17, Ohio State over Miami. And to Andre's point, Ohio State definitely has more talent, more NFL prospects. When you look at their receiving core, Julian Sand playing really well. But if there's one weakness on Ohio State's team is their offensive line. And I think that's where Miami could possibly exploit Ohio State a little bit with Richard Bain, Ruben Bain. I'm sorry, edge rusher, and that Miami. I think Miami's defensive line will have a slight edge over Ohio State's offensive line. I think that's where the game stays close, but I think everywhere else, Ohio State is a little bit more talented, and you just don't know what you're going to get out of Carson Beck. I think that's the challenge
Well, I
here
think
too.
that you're getting a better quarterback
Yep.
with the Buckeyes. I think just the
And Beck's
overall
more experience.
the overall team talent is just not in Miami's favor.
Mhm.
And they're better coached.
Yeah.
So, Richard, I got your score down. Miami ain't got the troops. Nice. That's true. That's spot on too. I don't think I don't think Carson Beck can put 27 points on this.
That's tough, Gary. I see where you're going from that. Yeah.
I don't think they can. I mean, I can see
Malachi Tony, man. I like
Malachi 17.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 31-17.
Yeah.
I hate doing this because I want them to win, but they're not. You got to be realistic too.
Yeah.
And realistic, they're just not.
I got 24-17.
That's fair. I can see that too. I mean, me being, I just thought that they left some points on the board. I like Malachi Tony too, and this will be interesting for the ACC. See, they can go up against a big, what's happening with with Ohio State. But Ohio State is clearly more talented in this instance. Yeah, that's a good call too, Richard.
Yeah.
JQ will be happy. Next, we have Georgia versus Ole Miss, and we knew what was going to happen. Ole Miss, how they kind of, again, just kind of pulled away. And this is another situation. Rob, I'll let you take the lead here. I'm leaning towards Georgia. Obviously in this instance, I think it's gonna be close, but I like Georgia in this instance. But I'll let you get your thoughts, Rob, and let you go from there.
Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin has got to be worth at least 7 points here, and I think they would definitely have a better chance if they're Lane Kiffin in this game. But I do like Ole Miss's quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, a lot.
Yes.
And I think he's one of the better quarterbacks still remaining in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
And then Kewan Lacey, the running back for Ole Miss, I've liked a lot
I put him at 6 in that list.
Yeah. But I gotta go with. I got Chambliss higher on that list, but I gotta go with Georgia in this game. I just think the way they played at the end of the year and not having Lane Kiffin, I think eventually catches up with them. So I gotta go Georgia here. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Georgia 30. I'm gonna go Ole Miss 21.
Richard's going with Ole Miss. Okay.
Okay, Richard. He's taking.
What was your score again, Rob?
30-21, Georgia.
30. Yeah, that's a good. All right, go, Andre.
30-20. 34-20 is what I got.
In Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
I got Georgia 28-17.
Good score, Gary. Good score. Yeah, that's a good score too. We got Richard in the upset here. I like it. We'll see if that comes into fruition. That's going to take a Herculean effort unless Gunnar Stockton gets hurt. I don't even know who the backup quarterback for Georgia is. So that would be what I think, Richard, if something like that would happen for Georgia. Here you go. We got the next game, Gary. You've got Oregon at Texas Tech, man. It's on you, my guy.
This is going to be – both teams are going to be able to score.
Who plays defense? Who plays defense?
On this one, Oregon impressed me the first half in this last game, and then they let off the gas, and this James Madison team kind of made it closer than it really should be. But I would have liked to have seen them pour it on and just see what they could have done where they would have been, and they didn't. So that makes me a little leery. I'm still going in with Oregon in a close one, 31-28, Oregon.
Oregon should win this game, man. Oregon should win this game. I love the way Dante Moore's playing. 100%, man. I think it's closer
Dante
to.
Moore's one of the.
Yeah, I think.
And those are the two top quarterbacks.
I'll let you go, Rob, but I think Oregon should win this game. Go ahead, Rob. Give me your thoughts, man.
I like the way Dante Moore is playing too, but I like the way Texas Tech defense is playing even more. And when you look at that Texas Tech defensive line, David Bailey is going to be one of the top edge rushers in this NFL draft. And I just, when you look at the way Texas Tech played the last 6 weeks of the season, man, they were just dumb trucking people, just dominating people. It's not your mom and daddy's Texas Tech football. I got Texas Tech. I'm picking Texas Tech to win this game.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be close, though. Okay. I'm going to go 24-21. I don't think they're going to dump truck Oregon like they have other teams this season. I'm going to go 24-21 with Texas Tech, and it's not an upset. They're the higher seed.
All right. Like I said, I haven't watched Texas Tech as much as you, Rob. I mean, I know, like, we talked about some situations with the growth of Dante Moore. Oregon is, I love the battle tested. I got to check their schedule. That's some reason why I would kind of give Oregon a slight advantage in this one too. So that's why I'm going 27-20 Oregon in this instance.
Yeah, I look at Texas Tech. I like obviously Dante Moore is a better NFL prospect.
Yes,
but I just think Texas Tech gonna throw all kind of wrinkles on him on the young quarterback here.
Yeah, he's young. I mean, you've gone through the season at this juncture. At this time, you've got a lot of game experience. I think if you were playing at the beginning of the year, kind of different. But now that you've kind of like grown, you've got, like you said, you've got some scars, as they say. You've gone through.
Lanning will have his boys ready,
and it's just a situation.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think I agree with you, Rob.
I think Lanning will have his team ready. I agree with that.
I just don't have enough, tape.
I think Joe McGuire is going to have Texas Tech ready too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely. It's
not ready enough, but they'll be ready.
It's good, man. This is, like you talked about, Rob, I give you credit more than I have.
I'm picking the Oregon Ducks.
It'll be tough, man.
And he's got a Texas. Look at this guy. He's got an Oregon hat on with a Texas Tech jersey.
That's right.
Yeah, good. Let's get to some other games here. We're going to keep this going here. We got some predictions here. Georgia Tech at BYU. Me and Rob are going to be at the game. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait
man.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Pop-Tarts Bowl, correct.
They give you, what's nice about it is they give you a thing of Pop-Tarts when you come in.
Do they really?
I was wondering that.
No, I don't know. I just made that.
Don't get us all excited. Don't get us all
excited. No, Gary. I was actually wondering that, Gary. I'm going to be disappointed if I leave without any Pop-Tarts.
I would be too. I hope you guys have a great time, man. I wish I could go with you.
Looking forward to it. In this game, BYU is pretty heavily favored here. They're like a 4.5. I was looking at some stuff here. Favorite. And I would lean towards BYU in this instance. It's tough because obviously Georgia Tech losing Buster Faulkner, a lot of situations happen. This is going to be Chris Winke's first opportunity. It's just kind of unknown. That's why I would kind of lean to BYU. Why I'd like for Georgia Tech to win. And I like the way Haynes King is playing. I know he wants to go out on top. I can see them, with an upset. But it's just a lot of unknowns. That's why I kind of lean towards BYU. I'd like to pick with my heart and go with Georgia Tech. But I think BYU is definitely the favorite to win this game. So I'll give it to BYU in this instance. As much as I'd like to be objective and pick my Georgia Tech. But I just think there's a lot of unknowns is happening. And Buster Faulkner leaving, it's going to be tough for Georgia Tech. And BYU's pretty strong defensively and offensively as well, too. So it's a tough matchup for Tech, I would say, for sure.
I'm going to go BYU here as well, but I think it's going to be a close game, though. I think Haynes King, like you said, Andre, wants to go out on a high note. And Haynes King is a guy that I think has improved his draft stock, too. I mean, obviously, he's not going to be a first, second-round pick. He'll be somewhere in the mid to late rounds. But I think he's a guy that has improved his draft stock. We all know he can run, but I think he's improved his passing ability this year tremendously. So I think he's a guy that some NFL teams are going to take a flyer on. here in this draft. But I think overall, BYU is the more physical team. Now, look, I know Brent Key prides himself on having a physical ball club, so I'm not saying Georgia Tech is not.
Yeah.
I just think BYU is a little bit better in that regard this year. And but I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. I don't think we're going to see I'm going to go 27-24 BYU.
Yeah, that's about where I had it too.
Is that what you had too?
Yeah.
And Richard's got BYU by 7, but give me a score, Richard. And I've got BYU in this one, although I'd love to be wrong in this one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, I mean, they've got, so
I want to be wrong about Alabama and Indiana. I forgot to say that. I picked Indiana. I picked Alabama, but I don't think I want Alabama to win.
Go ahead, Gary.
So, Rob, with Georgia Tech just having a quick little jaunt and BYU having to travel 2/3 across the country, is that going to make any difference?
Well, I don't think so in the bowl game scenario because they come so early. I mean, they sit in the city for like 5 days, right? And so they it's not like they travel on like the day before the game, that kind of thing like that.
Right.
They're sitting in the city for quite some time. And BYU fan base, they're happy to get out of Utah and get down to Orlando, right? And so they're going to travel to this game. And look, Georgia Tech is going to have a fan base there too. But
sold other tickets, by the way. Are they allowed the tickets, believe it or not?
Yeah. But I think BYU is going to outnumber them in fan support for this game, even though Georgia Tech is closer to Orlando than Provo is. But so I think it'll be a de facto home game for BYU.
We had such high expectations. We're delighted to be in the Pop-Tart Bowl. I think that sounds weird. I think that we were hoping for a higher, we're going to be in the playoff because we didn't handle our business. But and what happened Notre Dame too is one other conversation. But yeah.
Richard is asking, did we get his Oregon score?
Did we get your Oregon score? Yes. Your Oregon score 42-28 Oregon.
Wow.
All right. Good stuff.
42 points on that Texas Tech defense.
Oh, wow. All right.
They're rolling. It's on paper, but they're rolling.
Next, we got Michigan at Texas, and I don't know another program that's going through just dragging through the mud than Michigan. I know JQ is probably happy about this, and I think that's definitely going to affect him in the bowl game because, I know they're trying to find a coach. They're dealing with some transfer portal stuff, Rob. There's a lot of distractions going on with the program. As much as we have gone up and down on Arch Manning, I definitely think Texas is going to win this game just because of all the distractions with Michigan. I don't know, unless I'm missing something. I like Texas in this matchup. I like a 30-17 is what I'm looking for the score. So that's what I've got for this one.
I like Texas in this game. I think we did see the progression of Arch Manning here in the last month or so of the season. And obviously this is going to be another game for him to build some momentum into next season. So I know he's going to put a lot into this football game. I know Texas has some players that's not going to play too, but I think they still have the right ascend in this game more so than Michigan has. So I like that score, 30-17. I'm a copy.
I like it. Okay, appreciate you.
30-17. That's a good enough. Richard has Texas 30-21, so that's right in that ballpark.
I'm gonna go 30-14. Actually, I'm gonna go 30-14.
30-14. Nice.
Oh, okay.
30-14.
All right, good stuff. Gary, what say you?
Well, I'm going with Texas as well, and I'm gonna go 31-17.
Okay, good stuff. Appreciate that. We're all going Texas. Kind of scary, but we'll see how that plays out. Last game, we got Iowa at Vanderbilt, and we got Diego Pavia trying to appeal the NCAA. What is it? NCAA about unlimited eligibility or something like that. I think he was trying to he wants to keep playing until he's like 30 as a quarterback. But
he must realize he doesn't have the NFL future.
Right.
We'll see. But he's getting paid. But I still like Vanderbilt. I'm never gonna bet against Pavia.
Not either.
I feel it's been like a couple of weeks, Gary. I'm like, I like Vanderbilt.
What's your score?
So ever since then, I'm like, yeah. Vandy, remember Vandy versus LSU? We thought LSU was gonna. I'm sorry, Rob. We thought Bobby came out of nowhere. So I got Vandy in this.
That's all right. Diego help us to get Lane Kiffin.
Look at Rob. I love it.
Because if we would have beat Vanderbilt, we might still have Brian Kelly.
I love his. I just love his heart and everything like that. Even though he's trying to get like 30 years in college, so I'm gonna go Vandy over Iowa, and I'm gonna go with the score of
And I
30.
think Richard means Iowa.
Oh, I said 35 to 21, but Richard said 34 to 17.
I'm going to go 31-17
Okay.
Vanderbilt in
Okay.
this game. I wish JQ was on because several months ago he said, watch when the Big Ten and the SEC get together and play against each other in these bowl games. And Iowa were going to win over a Vanderbilt or Tennessee. And now you're gonna see Vanderbilt beat Iowa. You're gonna see Texas beat Michigan. You're gonna see a lot of these SEC schools beat on these Big Ten teams in these bowl games. And I think Alabama's gonna beat Indiana too.
You think? Okay, interesting. Okay.
Dre, what was your score on the Vandy game?
My score is 35 to 21. And Rob, I know you just mute yourself, but it is interesting because there's some circumstances that happen with Michigan. So that's the only thing that circumstances. You know, obviously you had a bright quarterback with Underwood, and
Texas would have still beat them, even if
interesting. Okay.
Moore was playing.
Okay.
I got your Richard. I got your Vandy score, 34-17. I'm going Vandy 31-24. But it's going to be one of those, it's already said and done, and they go down and get a score, you know.
Yeah, one of those game's already called. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep this going here. So we talked about a couple things here, and I want to briefly hit, I'm not going to talk more about the top 5 QBs left I'll do my little thing here because we've got some good quarterbacks. And Rob, I know you do your draft and stuff like that too. So obviously we're going to talk about Mendoza in there. You know, we got Julian Sayin for Ohio State, Dante Moore, clearly. I'm curious, Rob, and Gary, I'll let you get your thoughts in here. If you were an analyst, Rob, where do you think Gunnar Stockton's stock is, if you will? So that's another question.
For draft?
For draft, yes, because I know there's a lot of people that are, you know, he kind of was like a little unknown, if you will. I don't think he was a top pick, if you will. Excuse me, he wasn't a highly rated college prospect. So he's, you know, Georgia's a talented team. So I'm curious about your thoughts about him as we keep going. Gary, you can kind of add as well your top 5 quarterbacks right now in the playoffs as well.
I think Gunnar Stockton is kind of in the same ballpark as Haynes King from Georgia Tech. I think they're mid to late round guys.
Okay.
I think they're definitely guys that's going to get drafted. I think Stockton has one more year left, though, too.
I'll check on that, too. But, yeah, keep going, my guy.
I think he has one more year, but if he does decide to come out, he'll be a mid to late round guy. I think he's better served to come back another year and try to improve his stock if he's got another year of eligibility.
Okay. Who's your top 5, Rob?
Yeah, he's 2026, Rob. Good call. He's 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a little smaller.
Even though I'm picking Alabama, I still would say Fernando Mendoza is number 1. I think he's came up big and made more clutch throws than any quarterback in college football this year. He came up with a clutch throw to seal the victory over Ohio State. So I do have him number 1. Number 2 for me, I'm going to go with Trinidad Chambliss. Now, I'm not saying he's a better pro prospect than Dante Moore, but as far as college quarterback, I mean, this past week he was impressive. I like Trinidad Chambliss, quarterback at Ole Miss. He used his legs as good as anyone else, too, in this draft. At his left in college football. And so I'll have him at number 2. I got Dante Moore at number 3. I have Julian Sayin here at number 4 from Ohio State. And I got Ty Simpson at number 5. I would put Gunnar Stockton at number 6.
Yeah.
Well, my top three guys are Mendoza,
Yep.
Julian Sayin, and Dante Moore are my top three guys.
No Ty
Um,
Simpson in that? Wow.
yeah,
No Ty Simpson, Gary? You don't like Ty Simpson?
yeah, he's in there, and his mobility is special.
Okay.
Um, I've got him at 5 or 6. I had him right just above Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
I had Marcel Reed in there as well.
Yeah, I like Marcel Reed. It's just that game was tough, man. He wasn't able to do. Yeah, he definitely needs to come back, get a little more development. Rob would probably speak more to that because as draft stuff.
Who
I'm
was that?
Marcel Reed
Marcel Reed.
definitely
Mhm.
needs more development. Gunnar Stockton, Rob, he's eligible for the 2026 draft. He's a 6'1", 215-pound quarterback. He is projected as a fifth round pick, as you said, kind of mid round. 4.65, 40-yard dash. He's a little undersized by NFL
Yep.
standards, and we talk about experience, right? So that's kind of the thing that has going against him. He probably should be in the 2026 draft and not the 2027 draft because that's going to be the draft where it's going to have Sand, obviously Arch Manning, C.J. Carr, Drew Metzger, Drew Metzmaker. I'm sorry, and so that's a better quarterback draft class to 2027. So if you're Gunnar Stockton, you probably want to make make your draft bones in 2026. I would say for sure.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he should come out now?
2020, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but we'll see. Richard had a question. I'll leave it to you, Rob. So if Pavia won't get a look at NFL, is a CFL an option? And that's interesting as far as that comment we said earlier, Rob.
Yeah. I think somebody's going to give him a look in the NFL just because of his competitiveness, right?
Invincibles, yeah.
So he reminds me a lot of Doug Flutie.
I was gonna say the same thing, Rob. I can't believe you
Yeah.
said that. I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He reminded me of Doug Flutie in the 80s. Short guy, competitive. But Doug Flutie can throw the football, and so can Diego, right?
Yeah.
And so I think he's going to at least get a look, or he's going to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And is he going to play professional football somewhere? I absolutely think so.
Wow.
Whether that's the NFL or the CFL.
Well, he'll probably play in the NFL, but he'll probably be, carrying a clipboard and get an opportunity, and then let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I
mean, he could be, I kind of envision him as a late round guy, kind of being a late round to undrafted even, right? But I do think somebody's going to take a flyer on him and give him an opportunity. It really comes down to teams having the right vision for a player, right? And some of these quarterbacks, I even look at Justin Fields right now, who's struggling, on the NFL level as being a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me that Justin Fields can't do what Taysom Hill has done over the last 10 years. I think the right coach and the right vision
there it is
can turn Justin Fields into what Taysom Hill has done the last 10 years of his career, right? And still have a good NFL career. At this point, we haven't seen that Justin Fields can be a consistent NFL quarterback, just like Taysom Hill could not be a consistent NFL starting quarterback. He had to be a gadget player. But I think Justin Fields can do the same thing.
Rob, that's a good point, and I'll let Gary get in there too. I think kind of reminds me of what happened with Baker Mayfield, right? You kept getting bounced around, and then you kind of find a situation where, you have a Bucs team or a good offensive player that kind of like believes in you and kind of invest in your talent too. And Justin Fields is talented, man. I have no qualm that he's not. And just the Chicago thing was so bad. You had 3 or 4 offensive coordinators. No one had confidence in you. No one took the time to develop you. He's talented. He should be playing somewhere. I really thought the Falcons would have given him a shot, especially for like a 3rd, 5th round pick. That was disappointing because he's from Atlanta, from Georgia, so that would have been disappointing. We should have drafted him whenever Matt Ryan was here. That would have solved all of our problems, I think.
Why Doug Flutie had success, and Richard and I, Richard says in the comments we had this conversation. Why Doug Flutie had success is that his competitiveness and just his will to win.
Yeah.
His will to just.
Yeah.
And if this young brother can do the same thing, then he can make something happen. You know,
Tangibles. Just talk about intangibles. There's certain things that you
yeah,
can't coach. He just wants to win. Robbie said it earlier. He carried a couple teams on his back. We played him. I remember when Vandy played Georgia Tech. We're like, who's this dude? And this dude was like running all over us, and we couldn't stop that dude. He was making plays with his legs, making plays with his arms. He just did not. He willed that team to win. We've used that quote before,
Yeah.
right? And he's going to get a shot. I think somebody's going to fall in love with him, man, and just
Yeah.
kind of develop him. I think for sure. He's not. He may not get that immediate start, but he's going to be a fan favorite somewhere, 100%.
Yeah, he's going to get a shot because of his competitiveness, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You can't. He has the intangibles that you can't measure.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's definitely going to get a shot for sure.
Let's talk about this. This is pretty interesting here. Notre Dame is breaking up the USC rivalry. I know this is an interesting topic, Rob, and I don't know if it's kind of circumstances what's happening with kind of like, what's happened with, joining a certain conference and Notre Dame kind of staying out. But this is kind of a travesty. We're kind of used to seeing these classic rivalries, man. Kind of like,
Yeah.
Ohio State, Miami. There's classic rivalries, man. It kind of sucks. It's not the case anymore,
Yeah, you spot on. There's some old rivalries that we don't see in college football anymore, right? You don't see Nebraska and Oklahoma playing against each other anymore. I mean, growing up, to me, that was the biggest rivalry in college football when I was growing up.
Oh yeah.
Nebraska and Oklahoma the last Saturday of the college football season. I mean, that was a big one, right? And there's several others that we can go on and on and talk about as well. But, and Andre, I think you touched on it. And it comes down to the Big Ten playing non-conference games. And USC is like, hey, we're going to have to play Oregon. We're going to have to play Ohio State. We're going to have to play Michigan. We're going to have to play Penn State. We're already playing a tough schedule. Why do we need to play Notre Dame now, right? When they were in the WAC-12, they may only play like a couple of tough opponents. So maybe they needed a Notre Dame on their schedule, right? And then Notre Dame, they're not in a conference. So I think both teams are to blame here, right? USC realizes that they don't have to play them anymore, but then Notre Dame has to look in the mirror and says, we're not in a conference anymore, so we're probably going to lose out on some of these tough, these rivalries now, right? So
if you're USC and you've got to play just like the Big Ten teams that you mentioned, you've already got some very tough games.
Yeah.
That at their best, they can lose these games to these teams, to these programs. They'll win some, but they'll lose some. So you can't throw another team in there
that they could possibly win or lose to. Yeah.
Right. That's just putting you out of any kind of contention, potentially any kind of contention for the playoffs or or a decent bowl or whatever. They could have been at the Pop-Tart Bowl, for crap's sakes.
And to me, this hurts Notre Dame more than it hurts USC, because when you look at it, USC was Notre Dame's only ranked opponent win this year, and that's the reason why they didn't make the college football playoff, right? Wow. USC was their only ranked opponent win, and now you take USC off their schedule. I mean, BYU is a good program, especially now with Neil money, because BYU is a university that has a lot of money, and it's a good program, so they'll be competing and probably be ranked too. But I still think ultimately this is going to hurt Notre Dame more than it's going to hurt than it hurt USC.
And Richard, you're right. Richard says that it sucks about the money and the politics, but some of that is in there. We know it's in there, and you've got to make a smart move for your, for your team. And it's not a smart move for USC. I think it would be for Notre Dame. But,
I still think it hurts Notre Dame more.
Yeah.
And,
you're right.
And at some point, Notre Dame has to look.
Who initiated that? I'd like to know.
Well, if I had to take a guess, it's probably USC.
Yeah, it was USC. It was USC.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
wasn't sure if it was Notre Dame. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
No, it was because of like Rob said, they were already part of the Big Ten. I mean, everything that all the games that they have to play. Like, we're not going to take on that additional.
Yeah.
Like you said, Notre Dame loses. This is, you had the hottest girl on the ball. And you're like, nah, I don't want to go. You messed up ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's the situation.
I mean, any given year, like I said, USC could be playing Oregon.
Yep.
Washington is up and coming, and I think Washington is going to be a team to reckon with next year, personally. And then we don't know what the Michigan situation is going to be like. We know Ohio State's going to be good.
Yep.
We don't know how well Penn State's going to be next year. They had a horrible recruiting class because of the coaching change.
Yep.
And then paint dry Iowa. And,
yeah.
we don't know what kind of program they're going to have, right? But ultimately, though, there's potentially a lot of tough games on the USC schedule.
Yeah, so they don't need to add anything else. I mean, it'd be a Herculean effort, but they're trying to make some hay. All right, gentlemen, this is a very surprising situation here, and I got to say, color me impressed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know, Gary, if you can look up. I think we all picked the Broncos. I don't know if anyone picked the Jags, but
I think we all picked the Broncos
in there and handled business against a very, very impressive, good Broncos team. And this is where we talk about, I let everyone kind of get their thoughts in. This is where, Liam Cohen, this is where coaching comes into play, I think. You have a coach that basically said, all right, Trevor, I'm going to make sure that you're going to hit your keys. And then now you're giving him confidence, right? And this is without, coming to. This is without Travis Hunter too, Rob, Gary. This is pretty impressive.
Right.
And I wasn't a total fan of Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, I don't know if he's the dude. But it shows you how coaching can overcome a lot of situations too. And there are 11-4. They're number one in the AFC South. I don't think we call this, gentlemen. But are they a Super Bowl contender? I would absolutely unequivocally say yes. I mean, right now, the AFC, if I'm looking at the playoff picture, if I'm not mistaken, why not them? I mean,
they're the number 3 seed right now.
I think it's them in New England, really.
You got the Broncos, you got the Patriots, you got the Jags, you got the Chargers, you got the Bills. And there's no Patrick Mahomes, right? So it's a pretty open kind of AFC, right? So Josh Allen,
it looked like no Lamar Jackson either.
Lamar Jackson's out too. So this is an interesting path, right?
So really, it just leaves the Chargers.
Yep, and the Bills.
New England,
and you already beat the Broncos. Not to say that was it wasn't easy, but
I think they're definitely contenders.
Yeah,
I think they're in the top couple of teams.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I think they're contenders. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, so there's no question about his talent, right?
Yeah.
He can use his legs. He's got the arm talent, right? Mm-hmm. And they got the right pieces around him right now, too. Travis Etienne is playing well. And I still don't think we've seen the best game from Brian Thomas this year, right?
I agree.
I know he's been playing hurt a lot. If they can get him healthy going into the playoffs, look out. But another thing that's not being talked about a lot is Jacksonville's defense. Jacksonville's defense has been outstanding. They're leading the NFL against the run. So their run defense has been phenomenal. Yeah. So that's the thing we're not talking about when we talk about this Jacksonville team.
Richard says they're not Super Bowl ready yet. I understand that, Richard. We're just talking about, are they a contender?
Yeah. And here's now on the flip side, though, if you look at the current playoff seedings, Jacksonville will have to host Buffalo. Now, look, Josh Allen in the playoffs, man, I wouldn't want to face him.
Listen,
I would.
That would be the second game, though. That's the second game. Go ahead, JQ.
Listen, I would, because you know why? Because you get to play that Jacksonville defense. Hey, everybody! Listen, I would love to play Buffalo. That Buffalo defense is ass. They almost lost to Cleveland. If I'm Jacksonville, I would say, give me Buffalo.
Let's go. Thank you. Coming in hot.
Listen, I would. If you watch that game, I listened because I took Buffalo in my Survivor League, and I was like, oh, my God, they're going to lose to freaking Cleveland. And they barely won that game. If you give Jacksonville, I would give Jacksonville credit. They
hold on, JQ, you break it up. We gotta get. Come on. Hold on. Get this. We gotta hear.
Hold on. All right. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Yeah. They went into Denver and put a whoop Denver. That confidence that Jacksonville probably has right now is crazy. They feel like they can go do whatever they want to do to anybody else outside of.
I don't think they're scared of anybody, to be honest with you. No,
they can't be.
Hey, if they were playing, I would still pick Jacksonville to win that game. I mean, I would, but at the same time, you know, you look at Josh Allen, you know, his experience in the playoffs. You know, if the game gets into a shootout, you can't count them out. But no, I agree with you. I would pick Jacksonville to win it for sure.
Wow.
Well, if you get,
I still don't know if I would want to face Josh Allen though.
Yeah, Josh Allen's a scary guy, but I don't think that defense is all that scared of.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We talk about balance. We talk about opportunity.
And the Bills are 30th in the league against the run too. They can't stop the run.
And Travis Etienne has been playing amazing. That dude's been running confidently.
That's the point.
Liam Cohen has experience. He's been in Tampa Bay. He's been in the big games. He's won a Super Bowl. He knows. That's what we're talking about. Coaching is huge at this juncture. And so this is where I think I agree with JQ, man. I mean, it's like the defense ain't, that defense ain't good. That's a problem.
It's not.
So much. I'm going to keep hitting Josh Allen. You run the ball, Josh. I'm going to keep hitting you. Keep running the ball. Do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting you. What you going to do? You ain't got nobody. You ain't got no weapons. Who you going to throw to? That's all.
They missing Liam Cohen in Tampa because they asking for Ty Bowles to be fired here after 4 straight division titles, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But that game made me believe it. Go ahead, JK. I knew you were going to say. I'm saying that game, Jacksonville. I wasn't a fan. I'm like, Jacksonville. I apologize. I could clearly
listen.
Apologize.
I am with you. I apologize, Duval County. They went into that was an ass whooping they gave Denver. I watched it while I was working. I was like, oh my God, they're kicking their ass. And as somebody that plays fantasy football, I picked up the Tampa Bay defense in all leagues. Looking at it, they played Carolina twice, Miami this week. Like, they had a great schedule, and that Tampa Bay defense has been ass. So the reason it's true. The reason why people are mad at Todd Bowles, the reason why people are mad at Todd Bowles is because that defense has been terrible. They've been awful.
Yeah, but you can't fire the man after winning 4 straight division titles.
I got you. Well, my thing is this: if you're my head coach and your calling card is defense, and the defense has been ass, that's
and
tough.
I'm not a Tampa Bay fan. Look, I want them to lose every game, except maybe if they playing the Falcons or somebody. But other than that, I want them to lose every game.
Damn, Rob.
He's mean-spirited, isn't he? This is a Christmas time, Rob. Come on. Show some kindness there.
He ain't thinking about it. It's all good. Go ahead, Rob. Finish your point.
No, I think I said what I wanted to say.
I said what I said.
Hey, he said I said what I said.
So, JQ, so you're saying, like I'm saying, like we're all saying, that, yes, the Jags are a contender this year.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I think they're definitely.
I'm not
ready to say they're going to go to the Super Bowl or win it, but I think you got to put them in the contender category for sure. Like I said, defense travels in the playoffs. And right now they got the number 1 rush defense in the league. And if you can't run the ball in the playoffs, it's going to be hard for you to be successful. And that's going to be their calling card. And then they got a quarterback who's confident and playing well right now.
Yeah.
This is the Trevor Lawrence that we all thought we were getting 4 or 5 years ago. And he's finally getting to that point where he's like, I'm that guy. So you got to give Trevor Lawrence a whole lot of credit. Trevor Lawrence is playing really good football. Yep. I did not see Jacksonville going into Denver and doing what they did this weekend. I got to give them a whole bunch of credit.
None of us did. We all picked Denver last week.
And this
that's a hard.
We thought because the Mile
High place to win.
Yeah, we just knew that.
For them to go in there and handle business,
and that's why
fashion that they did, right?
They didn't have Travis Hunter either.
Everybody.
It was like that was eye opening. I was like, who? I was like, what? And then
listen. Yeah. Do you know how many people probably lost money?
Yeah.
picking Denver and they parlay like, oh, they're going to beat Jacksonville at home and put them in as a 2 or 3 team parlay and lost because I listened to Trevor Lawrence. He played fantastic football. When you have Surtain back healthy and you can say, hey, he's going to take Brian Thomas and take one half of the field away and still score. What did they score? 41 points in that game?
Yeah.
34.
Sorry, either still on the road. That's a great game by Jacksonville. So you gotta give them a lot of credit.
We'll talk about the playoff picture, guys, because in the AFC South, I don't think we picked Jacksonville to. I think we all picked the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. Please let me know if I'm correct with that. We had the Colts because we weren't sure what was going to happen. Then we had kind of Jacksonville. I don't know if that's 2 or 3, and then we had the Titans finishing up. But the Colts were a surprise until Daniel Jones got hurt. But and the Texans, like you said, the defense traveled. If you look at that kind of the AFC playoff picture, you guys kind of talk about this. We talked about it earlier, JQ, because in the AFC, we already talked about the Broncos are number 1, who the Jacksonville manhandled. Patriots are number 2. We'll figure out what's after that. You got a young Drake May. Jaguars are 3.
Yep.
Chargers are 4. Bills. And then in the hunt, you got the Steelers and you got the Texans. Texans can be scary, if you will, with the defense, like you said, Rob. But again, that's a pretty interesting path. Now you got the Colts on the bubble on the outside looking in. You got the Ravens.
Colts not going to the playoffs.
We know that. Lamar Jackson got hurt. So this is an open path right now. So why not? The only challenger that you have, you got the Broncos and you got I'm still not sure about the Patriots. I'm not saying they're sorry. Broncos and then whatever's happening with the Bills, but the Bills got flaws, man. So it's interesting for the AFC, man. Totally different picture now, man. I mean, I'm like, damn, I didn't see that coming at all.
And the Chargers will have to go. The Ravens not going to playoffs either, so I think the Steelers going to win that division.
Yeah.
And so no Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes this year. To your point,
take it.
The Chargers will have to go to Pittsburgh in Week 1. And look, I know the Chargers beat
the
Steelers. Yeah, I was about to say that. The Chargers beat the Steelers in the regular season, but that game was in L.A. They're not going to Pittsburgh. And I know the average age on that Pittsburgh team is like 43 years old, but Pittsburgh's still going to win that game over the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Oh God, goodness gracious. So we talked about the AFC.
Yeah, we were just talking before you joined, JQ, that this Christmas season we're supposed to be a little bit more loving on the show, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening. I fucking hate it.
Before we move on, I want to get JQ's thoughts on the Miami Buckeyes game. Give me I know you got your team winning. Give me a score and tell me.
Listen. What I ultimately love is that Ryan Day has said, "Hey man, I'm going to call plays." So, and Tate and Jeremiah Smith are finally healthy on the wide receivers, but it also comes down to the game planning. If I'm Ohio State, I'm going to take exactly what Texas A&M did on defense to take Tony out of the game and use my 2 wide receivers and go crazy. I don't know if that's going to happen. I really want to go because you can get in for like $100 right now. Because shout out to the Texas A&M fans for buying up all the damn tickets, thinking they was going to play us, bitches. So now they sell the tickets. I really want to go. I might go, but honestly, look what had on. If you're Ohio State, you have to take what Texas A&M did defensively. In terms of, hey, take Tony out. Go for it. They showed you the game plan. That's the game plan.
Hey, save your money, JQ, and come with Andre and I to the Pop-Tarts Bowl in Orlando this Saturday.
Tell me what your score is going to be. What's the final?
Of Ohio State and Miami. Ohio State Miami is 35-31 Ohio State.
Wow.
31?
High scoring.
Yep.
I just can't see Carson Beck putting up those kind of numbers on that Ohio State defense.
I don't either.
JQ, I had 34-47.
Richard's got a message for you, JQ. He said
we all been great.
saw any, if you
hey.
My Ohio State was secondary, and if they hit home immediately with pressure, you can score. You play to the Ohio State secondary. I think Miami has enough speed to score points on them. I still think Miami defense to stop Ohio State enough to win the game.
Yeah. Now here's the one area I think. The one area Miami's defense might have an advantage is their defensive line against Ohio State's offensive line. I think you got to pay attention to that. My prediction was Ohio State 24-17, but I think the one advantage that Miami defense does have is their defensive line and Ruben Bain against that Ohio State offensive line. So that I think that could be a factor in the game too. You got to pay attention to.
And I have the reason why I give it winning 31-17.
The reason why I give it a little bit more is because it's in the dome. It's not outside with the wind and the rain. They'll be hyped up. That's the Ohio State Miami. Then listen, you go on the Twitter, Miami fans are still talking about the 2001 game. Like, this is going to be really contentious. So I think it's going to be a little bit more important than people give it credit for in the dome.
I mentioned that too.
Yep.
Of course I have.
Hey, JQ, I don't know if you heard me. I said, don't spend your money on that game. You can just come with Andre and I to the Pop-Tarts Bowl in Orlando this Saturday.
That's not happening. So
man, we're all going.
Listen, I got this Saturday. I got to work. But
Gary, put the hat back on, man. JQ, you seen Gary? He's got on the Texas jersey. And then look at the hat he's wearing.
Wait. What is? I can't see the jersey. What do you have on?
He's got a Texas Tech jersey on with an Oregon hat.
Oh my God! I see this shit. I just can't understand. That's too much.
Finish your thoughts.
I guess people do wear green and red during Christmas time, right?
That's what I got.
Listen, I played golf today, and I had all my green on when I played golf today. I didn't play great, but I did have a green on when I played golf today.
It's all good. Hey, let's talk about
when Miami Hurricane green. Huh?
Listen, I was wearing my green for Christmas because I wore my Ohio State shit like the last 4 times I played golf with the same people. I was like, I got to at least try to switch it up. But on Friday, when we play again, I'm wearing all red. Come on now. You already know.
Hilarious. Gentlemen, all right, let's get to the NFC playoff picture really quickly. So the NFC is a little more interesting here. So because you got the Seahawks, the number 1 seed, the Bears, number 2, Eagles, 3, 49ers, 4, the Rams, 6, and you got a couple teams in the bubble. You got the Panthers. That's pretty surprising. The Packers, and then you've got the Lions, and you've got the Buccaneers on the bubble. We think the Buccaneers are going to fall off. We got questions about the Lions, but this is an interesting situation, right, as far as the NFC, right, because 49ers whipped some ass. I know they kind of Brock Purdy saved me in one of my leagues, which is crazy. 5 freaking touchdowns, because that's insane how he played one of the better games. I know you enjoyed that, Gary. The Rams, we still like the Rams, right? Because the Rams, and then the Seahawks, they had that amazing game versus the Rams. So, and then the Bears are kind of upstart, good coaching. We talked about how good coaching can elevate a squad. Eagles are kind of laying in the cut, like, hey, we're still kind of here. And what the hell happened to the Lions? You talk about a fall off, squad injury and everything like that too. But it's interesting for that side,
That's why you got to take advantage of your opportunities when you have them. You look at the Lions 2 years ago, had the 49ers on the ropes in the NFC Championship game, didn't take advantage of it. They came back last year, had the best record in the NFC. Obviously, they got a lot of injuries on defense, and the Commanders whipped them. And when those opportunities present themselves, you've got to try to take advantage of it. And all of a sudden, did we think the Lions would be 8-7 at this point?
8-7. 8-7. Right.
I mean, I didn't see that coming, but that's all the more reason, man. When you're that close, you got to try to cash in on those opportunities.
Right. Detroit is a cesspool. Sorry.
What's that?
I thought that they would win the division.
I said Detroit is a cesspool. Michigan, Detroit, all of it. Ann Arbor, Detroit, just a cesspool. just a cesspool of nonsense.
Tell me how you feel, man.
Hey, Pistons got the best record in the Eastern Conference in the NBA.
So. Yeah. You won't put no money on to win the goddamn championship, though, would you? Nope.
Not right now.
not. Listen, not in the next 20 years.
Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman not walking through that door.
Listen, neither is I was gonna say neither and Tayshaun Prince, none of them.
Rip Hamilton, Darko Milicic.
None of them.
None of them.
Chauncey's ass. None of them.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, Chauncey's kind of laying low these days, isn't he?
Listen, Chauncey out here getting his bail money together. None of them.
But getting back to that playoff picture, man, that NFC West is just crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
The Rams and the 49ers, unbelievable.
Wow.
Any one of those three teams, they're probably all the three best teams in the NFC and they're in the same division.
Listen, can I have like 15 seconds? Wait a minute, let me get back to I need 15 seconds. Because I listen, I've got like multiple money fantasy football leagues, so everybody bear with me. But it also is just a regular football commentary. Lou Amorino, listen, I know Sauce Gardner is hurt, but I swear to Christ, if you don't stop just rushing 4 guys against Brock Purdy, you got to send a 5th guy, and sometimes a 6th guy. What are you doing? You let Brock Purdy go nuts on you rushing 4. I was watching that game and said, oh my fucking goodness. Sorry, Lord, and everybody listening. What are you doing? You cannot keep rushing 4. He's picking you apart. At some point, when he has 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, you got to send a 5th guy and a 6th guy. Was I the only person that watched the game yesterday and thought that? I can't be the only person that saw
that. JQ, he did have a 5-man front versus the run. The 49ers
he didn't.
No, running against that though.
No, but when he dropped back the pass, he dropped that 5th guy out, and he probably.
I can't understand. Like he had a 5-man front for the run, but then he had a 4-man front for. I'm like, I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Right.
Because they were still running against a 5-man front. He was trying to confuse them.
And there were times when that guy that dropped back, had a shot to go in there and get him.
100%.
Yes.
I was like,
you know what? Okay, all right. Y'all go ahead. I'm walking into the house, but we were talking about it, and oh my God, that was just the football junkie in me said, man, bro.
He's still talking. He's so bad.
Right.
He's still talking. He's mad. Rob, finish the thought about the picture. Did you finish about the playoff situation?
You can tell that JQ had a few drinks tonight.
No.
We get the punch.
Finish the thought, Rob, while JQ gets set.
What was that, Dre?
Finish your thoughts. You had some thoughts on the playoff picture before JQ gets that.
No, I was just saying the NFC West is just loaded, man. It might be the 3 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, Rams, and the 49ers. But, of course, 2 of them is going to have to play wild cards, which is it's imperative, to win that division to give yourself some kind of advantage because going on the road for 3 games is going to be really tough, even as good as those teams are. We did see the Rams go on the road to lose to the Panthers. I don't think that's going to happen in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Panthers good, yeah. One and done.
Yeah, and
one and done.
You can't write off the Bucks because I think the Seahawks are going to beat Carolina this weekend in Carolina.
Yeah.
And then Carolina has to go to Tampa the last game of the season. I don't care who wins it at this point. The Saints not in it, but you still can't write off Tampa either.
Yeah, but you're right about the 3 teams in the NFC West. I think of those 3 teams, I think it's you can flip them either way you want between the Rams and the Seahawks. I think they're really neck and neck. And I think that the 49ers are just below those 2.
I think when the Rams are playing their best,
Yeah,
we look at they have the quarterback,
they
have the weapons on the perimeter, and Puka and Devontae, and a
Did he
running back, right? And
okay,
their defensive line, I think, it caused problems for some people. I think when they're playing their best, they're tough out. But Seattle, what makes Seattle so tough is they're really good in all three phases. I mean, they make impact plays on special teams. You see their special teams giving you 7 to 14 points a week, and that's tough to beat when you're getting points off your special teams, whether it's block kicks or a punt return for a touchdown, kick return
just
for
the field
touchdown.
Position battle.
Yeah, the field position, all of those things matter. And then you on top of that, Seattle plays a really good defense. And I think they're getting enough out of Sam Darnold. Jackson Smith-Njigba, I thought 2-3 weeks ago should have been in the MVP conversation. I don't really have him in that conversation anymore, but I thought he was having so good of a year at the wide receiver position that you could have possibly even included him for the MVP conversation this year.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, Rob, and this is, you talked about it, you talk about complete teams, right? And if you're looking at, a team like, I think the Rams are probably one of the more complete teams behind the Seahawks. That's why that was such a, great battle. If you're looking at the Bears, they have a young quarterback. We love the way that Caleb Williams is playing. You love Ben Johnson. You see how coaching, as I talked about, makes a huge difference. Eagles have been kind of laying in the cut. We talked about what's happening with them. I mean, so we're not kind of sure where they are. 49ers, they have a lot of injuries on defense, but their offense is still going to be great. Yeah. So that could be their challenge.
You got to give Robert Saleh a lot of credit.
I give him credit, but I'm saying there's injuries. So again, that run game is strong enough, and Brock Purdy playing out his mind again. Like, I don't know if that was just some bad effing calls on the defense, or Purdy's back. So, but the Rams are kind of more of a complete team in the NFC right now. And then the Packers losing Micah Parsons and what's happened to Jordan Love, that's a challenge as well. So, and then we're going to write off the Panthers and everything like that. But that's kind of what you're looking at. So it looks like right now the Rams and the Seahawks are kind of the top two, and then like you said, Gary, 49ers are kind of a little below them, and then what's happening obviously with the Eagles and the Bears, and those are kind of what you're kind of like looking at right now.
Right. Yeah, Chicago doesn't scare me in the playoffs.
Understood.
And I'll look. A lot of credit goes to Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, Caleb Williams.
You saw the Lions are collapsing, and I talked about that. I said the Lions are going to have a problem without Ben Johnson. I said that.
Yep. Hey, give them a lot of credit for the season that they're having, but they don't scare me in the playoffs. I will say this about this Bears team. We look at a lot of the games this year. In years past, a lot of the breaks that they're getting this year, they didn't go their way in years past. So they've gotten a lot of breaks this year. But like I said, you got to give them credit. They are improved. I mean, they're one of the best running teams in the league, man. They could run that rock with that 1-2 punch they have at running back position. But I still don't think they scare me in the playoffs this year, especially with Seattle, the Rams, and the 49ers in that conference.
Go ahead.
Wait. All y'all pick Miami?
No.
On this call? Is that what happened? Is that what we're doing?
We just messing with you. We pick Ohio State.
No, we all picked the Buckeyes.
You try to get you.
I'm so glad you noticed that.
Jake, first thing you said was wait.
We were trying to figure out how tipsy were you.
I was reading the comments and said, "Wait, is that what we did?" Okay, all right. I had to ask. The question.
We were trying to figure out how tipsy you were.
There's a couple of quarterback decisions we want to talk about. I do want to get to some predictions, and we'll kind of I know we're getting to there's some interesting things that are happening here. A couple things, and Jake is not going to hear this, but you got to talk about the Browns made the decision on Deshaun Watson. Talk about that. JJ McCarthy is out. JJ McCarthy is out. Matt Bossemer is going to be the quarterback for the Vikings. Who exactly? They're out. Doesn't matter. The Vikings they should have not got rid of Sam Darnold. You talk about like a colossal effing fail for that one.
Listen. You know what? Don't do that. Don't be that guy, because nobody loves Sam Darnold. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Seattle's loving him right now.
I'm gonna be that guy.
No, I agree with Dre.
Until they don't.
You got to come up with at least a short-term deal to keep Sam Darnold on that building, whether it's a 2-year deal or 3-year deal. You got to come up with a short-term deal to keep him in that building for what he accomplished there last year with the Vikings.
I know. I know the playoffs were tough, but he was. He's gonna crack through eventually. But that was a. And J.J. McCarthy's playing all right, but I'm just saying, like,
because you're thinking that J.J. McCarthy is going to be Bo Nix, which is why you let.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to let a guy leave that had the success that he had on last year. I still think you sign him to a short-term deal and you bridge the gap until you're ready to hand it over to JJ. Now, look, JJ's played well a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but still, I wouldn't have let Sam Darnold walk out of that building.
Yeah. Well,
not when you take JJ in the top 10. That's easier said than done.
Hey, how many years Aaron Rodgers sat down before he started?
Damn.
That's not how it always. I understand what you're saying, but I get it, and it's still stands.
I understand when you draft a guy in the first round. Yes, you do want him to be a starter, but if you got a guy already in the building performing, you could bridge that gap a little longer. How many of these rookie quarterbacks have we seen struggle the first 3, 4, 5 years in their career? Sam Darnold's one of them. It took a long time before he started. I mean,
man,
Mac Jones,
yes, because nobody expected Sam Darnold to be that guy. Okay.
How many years it's taken Trevor Lawrence to get to where he is today?
That's true.
And
yep.
So you could start Sam Darnold a few years and let J.J. McCarthy continue to develop.
We're talking about Baker. We're talking about that too. Yeah, we hit that in the beginning. We talked about how just having the opportunity can change and kind of.
Rich Gannon took almost 10 years before he got it right.
Yeah, I mean, some people they
Rich Gannon. Listen, because nobody Sam Darnold that money. Stop it. Okay, you know what? If Sam Darnold balls out for Seattle and he gets them to the promised land, I will come on here and eat crow. But my point being is that nobody believes in Sam Darnold like that. And I'm not going to give Sam Darnold that kind of money when I can have my rookie quarterback on a greater pay scale so I can pay everybody else around him.
You want to JQ versus the pay scale, though, too. Like you said, I get all that, too. But the point is, if they had a 14 or something record. And then, you were like, hey.
You know what? He did. And what did he do? What did he do in the last 2 games that made the most difference? What did he do?
Yes, we understand that too. We understand that too.
Well, here's my point on this. They were 14-3 last year. What's the Vikings' record this year?
Yeah,
7-8.
Yeah, so that's.
JJ got hurt too. So
7 and 8. They were better than 7 and 8
factors in
if they had Sam Darnold. And if they had Sam Darnold, they would be contending in that division.
And
what if they had what would happen? They would have the same thing that happened last year. They would lose in the first round.
Yeah, I'm not going to dispute that. You could be right, but they would be better than 7 and 8. They would be contending for that division for sure.
You're probably not going to have a veteran like that can go to another team, and he's done a good job in Seattle this year. We'll see where it goes.
You know where it's going to go. It's going to be a first-round exit because it's Sam fucking Darnold.
This is the thing, JQ.
Well, might be second round because they're going to get a bye.
The point is, again,
if they get a bye, I'm betting you on the first round.
Get better each year, JQ. And I think, it's shoulda, woulda. I get it. Is Sam Darnold that dude? Who knows? We talk about.
What you mean? Who knows? There's no who knows.
This is what I'm saying, JQ. There's 2 sides to the coin, right? Sam Darnold, we were like, he showed up again. Now, you had a good quarterback guru in Kevin O'Connell. I really think if you had another year with Kevin O'Connell, he's like, all right, we're gonna do some things for you. But now we don't ever now you never know. You never know. And I agree with you. It's Sam Darnold.
You know.
14-3.
I got listen, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 $1 bills. Trading places, $1 bill trading bets for whoever they play, and they line them up that they lose because Sam Darnold sucks.
All right,
that's fair.
I mean.
So what if Seattle loses but he plays out?
But that's not going to happen.
I'm just saying, what if that happens?
Derek.
Right?
All right. This is
he goes for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Seattle loses by 3 points.
Well,
you know what? The Seattle defense won't allow that to happen. If Seattle loses that game, it's because Sam Darnold effed it up, and you know it.
Yeah. Here's the picture I'm going to paint. Where's Gio when we need him too? And here's the picture I'm going to paint. Who was Seattle's starting quarterback last year?
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Will they be leading the division right now with Geno Smith at the quarterback position and have an opportunity to be a number 1 seed?
No. What kind of comparison is that? That doesn't mean that. What kind of comparison is that? Just because you don't think, get rid of Geno, that means you have to have somebody else that sucks ass. You can do better than Geno and it not be Sam Darnold.
Wow. You don't think they got better this year with Sam Darnold?
Jim Zord.
They did, but Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. Stop it.
What about
how many current quarterbacks in the NFL have won Super Bowls?
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
You know who won ain't? Sam fucking Darnold.
Reverse it.
To my knowledge, there's only 3 starting quarterbacks in the NFL today that's won Super Bowls: Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. And Patrick Mahomes not going to the playoffs. So you're going to have 2 quarterbacks in this playoffs out of 14 teams that's won Super Bowls in their career. So Sam Darnold has got 12 other quarterbacks joining him in his playoffs has never won a Super Bowl this year.
Listen, I bet you $20. Not that Sam Darnold don't win one. I bet you $20 that Sam Darnold don't even get to play for it this year.
Well, that's come on. We're going.
We'll see.
Look, I'm not saying he's going to win the Super Bowl.
No. That's not what I'm saying. No. You on the Sam Darnold train? Don't backtrack.
I'm not backtracking. I never said that. But what I did say is that the Vikings were better with them. They would have been better this year with them. Seattle's better this year with them. So he's made 2 teams better in 2 years. I didn't say anything about him winning the Super Bowl, but he's getting you in that position, right? And maybe if Minnesota had another year with them.
So,
and to Andre's point with Kevin O'Connell working with them, who knows where they would be this year in year 2?
That's what I was saying.
So let's retract it. Would you bet me?
You got to remember he was a top 3 pick in the draft too.
What'd you say?
Listen, I said. I bet you $20 a Sam Darnold ball.
Well, I'm not making that bet because I'm not confident in that.
Well, then stop talking to me about Sam Darnold. You can't have this whole soliloquy about Sam Darnold and what he gonna do and not gonna do. You only make $20 to even go to the Super Bowl, not win it. Make it to the Super Bowl
until I get my free dinner. You still owe me from the bet earlier.
Listen, I got you. I got you on your dinner. I got you. But you,
I want my
but you can't get up here and Sam Darnold. Oh, JQ, don't be all so hard on him. And you only bet for him to make the Super Bowl.
I'm not confident in
that. See, so you know what? That tells me everything I need to know about how he feels about Sam Darnold.
Would you rather be 14-3 or 7-8?
I bet you $20 Sam Darnold make the Super Bowl. I said what I said.
Answer the question, JQ. Answer the question, JQ.
I answered the question with my statement. I
14-3
bet you $20 he won't make the Super Bowl.
That's not the question. Answer the question.
14-3 or 7-8.
That is answering. I don't give a damn. You gonna make the Super Bowl?
We're not gonna talk to you anymore.
He has a great. He has a top. Oh, wait a minute. Well, let me. Whoa. For the 3 people outside of me on this call,
he likes mediocre.
No, whoa. No. What would you rate the Seattle defense? Is the Seattle defense a top 10 defense?
I think they're a top 5 defense. I'll give you that.
Ooh, okay. Top 5.
I'd say 7.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say top 10.
7 for Gary. What about you, Dre?
I'm gonna say
so
top 7.
Whoa. Oh, so now he has a top 10 defense, a top 4 wide receiver in JSN.
Yep.
A 2-headed monster and a running back. And he $20 on to make the Super Bowl. So who's the common denominator that you won't bet on then?
GQ, man, you missing the point, man. Come on.
I'm not missing the point. I feel like the point I just made was super valid. A top 10 defense, a top 5 running back game, a top 4 wide receiver, and you want to bet $20 on him to make the Super Bowl. I made my point, right?
Would Michael Jordan have won 6 titles without Scottie Pippen?
Oh my God!
Needs players to be successful.
I didn't say Super Bowl. I said make the Super Bowl. A top 10 defense, a top 5 running game, a top 4 wide receiver, and you want to bet $20 on him to make the Super Bowl tells me everything I need to know about Sam Darnold. I don't understand why
I'm going to tell you this. Matthew Stafford has got just as good of receivers, if not better, than Seattle does, right? And Matthew Stafford's the Rangers got one of the best young defensive lines in the league. They got one of the best defensive lines in the league. They got better receivers than Seattle do. They are just as good as running game than Seattle do as well. So you got another team in the conference that's just as good. 49ers got an experienced coach. Yep. They got one of the best running backs in the game.
They don't have a top 10 defense.
They don't, but they got a good defensive coordinator who's doing things with smoke and mirrors, right?
We talked about that too, JQ. We did say that. There's some challenges.
Okay, well, okay. I know I'm letting it go, but who has the better defense, Seattle or the Rams?
I would give it a slight edge to Seattle. But who's got the better wide receiver?
Yes, you would.
Who's got the better wide receiving core?
The Rams.
Who's got the better wide receiving core?
The Rams.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, both teams have some strengths over the other. Who's got a better defensive line?
Ooh. If Seattle's going to have a top 10 defense, you got to go with Seattle, don't you?
Now, defensive line, the Rams got a better defensive line.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, America. Go ahead, Dre. I'm sorry.
You have really derailed the show, but you didn't answer the question. But it's all good. We're gonna. Would you rather have?
What question did I not answer?
14-3 or 7-8? What would you rather be?
Of course, I'd rather be 14-3.
We rest our case. That's all we wanted to say. That's all we wanted to say.
You want to at least have a shot. You got a shot at least at 14-3. You don't at 7-8.
But that's not a fair question because your quarterback got hurt multiple times in the season for Minnesota. Stop that. That's not a linear conversation.
Come on, man. You saw J.J. McCarthy earlier this season. You know he looked like trash.
Listen,
like butt cheeks.
Listen, I can't have a legitimate conversation about J.J. McCarthy because I hate all things Michigan. So
it always comes back to that. Oh my God. All right. We got to wrap
NFL picks.
We got to wrap this show up because we're going to be here. We were going to show you some love because we were talking about quarterbacks, JQ, and the fact that sometimes it takes them longer to develop. And, we're going to talk about, how we feel like Justin Fields haven't had a good opportunity because, again, he's gone through
Justin Fields just sucks.
I think he's a talented guy, man.
No, you don't. As a tight end.
I do.
No. Now, JQ, I will agree with you here. And I talked about this early in the show here. Now, Justin Fields needs to reinvent himself, right? He can do the same stuff that Taysom Hill has done the last 10 years. He can be a gadget player. He can be a gadget player to come in on direct snaps and do some crazy trick plays and things of that nature, catch the ball out of the backfield. And to me, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that hasn't made it as a quarterback that can make that transition. And I don't think a lot of teams are taking it. It just comes down to the right coach and the right vision. But I think Justin Fields can do all the same things that Taysom Hill has done the last 10 years.
I'll tell you this.
No. You know what? He's not Taysom Hill. You know who he is? He's Terrell Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're gonna hate this analogy, JQ, because like there's no more Cordell Stewarts in the world, right? Remember how he was just kind of just all different types of players and stuff like that?
That's call him Slash.
Because there's so many different things he can do, and that takes a creative offensive mind to think about that. And again, I shit on Arthur Smith a lot. Arthur Smith ran a play where he had 3 tight ends versus the Dolphins. Jonnu Smith was coming out the backfield. Dolphins didn't know what to do. They're like, do we bring an extra, defensive back? And literally, you had 3 tight ends. And then Jonnu Smith was in the backfield, and he runs for a touchdown. That's the creative, do something different, man. Try something else. Like, I'm going to create matchups, man. That was ingenious. So, again, I'm not a fan of Arsenal from that perspective, but at least the creativity of having a slash or having a player, well, I'm gonna have this player do this. I'm going to have this player, do a forward pass and do a back. Who knows, man? That's what we're missing, I think, in the NFL right now.
I think what Rob and I were talking about with Seattle earlier was that they've got that defense, they've got special teams that play good. So there's that field position that they get in their favor and things like that. These are all of the things that help out a quarterback that may not be quite that guy like a Sam Darnold. He's got an arm, and if he gets time, he can throw it. But if he gets any kind of pressure on him, it seems like he'll fold like a deck of cards at times. But they've got enough of a team around him that they've protected him maybe from himself.
Hey, Gary, what college did Sam Darnold go to?
I knew you were going to say that. I was just looking at that.
I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do.
What college did he go
from? Yes, you do.
What college did he go from?
Oh, yes, you do. What college did he go to, Gary?
You hate that college. He went to USC. You hate that. That's where he went.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, yes, it does. Yes, it does. I was waiting to jump on the train, jump on, choo-choo.
There have been other mediocre quarterbacks that come out of USC.
Here we go. All right, gentlemen. Let's get these predictions. Let's wrap this game up. Let's get these predictions. Let's wrap the show up. So you've got first prediction. We got the Texans at the Chargers here. So obviously that's a great game. The Texans, surprisingly had some trouble with the Raiders. It was a 23-21 game, which is a wonderful conversation. I know divisional stuff too. And then you got the Chargers. Obviously, I'm sorry, Gary, beating up on the Cowboys.
I'm taking the Texans
and the defense. So JQ's already picked the Texans out the gate. Let's go down the line and wrap this up.
What's your score, JQ?
I don't love the fact that the Texans have the Chargers have lost both their tackles. I think they took the Raiders for granted, but they know this is a real game for them. I'm gonna take it 24-17, Houston.
Okay,
Rob?
I'm gonna agree with Richard here, but I'm gonna take JQ's score, but I'm gonna pick the Chargers, 24-17. Chargers in the game. Chargers have been really good at home this year, even though that crowd is usually have half of the visiting team, but they win and take care of business at home. Jim Harbaugh is one of the best in the league. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. They got Amari and Hampton back. Lat McConkey's playing really well at the receiving position. So I'm going to go with them. Their defense is even playing well for the Chargers, even though Texas has a really good defense. But I think they put some pressure on C.J. Stroud in this game and force him into a couple of mistakes.
I just don't think the Chargers' offensive line can hold up against that Houston pressure.
You're going to scheme. Smoke and mirrors. You got to scheme.
What do you got, Andre?
Come on, DeMarco.
Oh, gosh.
I hate Jim Harbaugh. I hate him.
That's why he's picking. That's why he's picking the Texans, because he hates Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, you know why?
Listen, no, that's not true. That is not true. See, you know what? I can be objective. This is not college. I can be objective. Listen.
Well, Nico Collins does play for Texas, Houston.
Listen, his Michigan ass. Listen. The Chargers losing both of their tackles with the way the Texans can play defense and can rush the passer with Danielle Hunter and my dude from Alabama, they are a problem. And when you watch them, you know what happened? The Eagles gave that game away. They shut the Chargers down in that second half when they got hurt in the offensive line. I think that I really truly believe the Texans defensive line can get after Justin Herbert and not allow him to do what he wants to do in that game just because the Chargers are down both their offensive tackles.
I think the Chargers have played enough football without those guys to where Harbaugh has schemed enough around it to protect
listen, them. I understand that. It's all well and good until you get punched in the mouth when you got two defensive ends that can rush the passer.
I mean,
Andre, who do you got in this?
This is where it's tough because I can kind of see where JQ's coming with that logic because the Texans have a ferocious defense.
They do.
But I do like the coaching of Harbaugh. I do understand, like, I think he's going to scheme up some stuff, man. I think he's going to do some short screens. He's definitely going to try to run away from him. I mean, I like Ladd McConkey. I like more of the weapons from the Chargers. So, I mean, I can hear your argument. I'm not saying it's a bad argument.
They're going to get out there and chip. They're going to have quick screens.
I just think they can. So I can see it. I can see it happening, but I do think it's going to be closer. Long story long. I think it's going to be like a 24-21 game. That's how I think it's going to end up with.
You mean like those Iowa State wide receivers for the Texans? I hate them for that. I'm sorry.
Are you picking LA?
I'm picking the Chargers in this one. 24-21. It's like a 3-point.
Okay.
To JQ's point, I think the same with the Chargers defense against Houston in this game. I think Houston's going to struggle scoring against this Chargers defense in this game. And those, to your point, those wide receivers, Nico Collins, he don't have a whole lot of help outside of that, right? So I think that's going to be also a factor in this game.
You don't like Jake? You don't like Jake Ferguson, the tight end? You don't like him?
Do you like him?
I do.
I don't.
Oh my God! Let's get Gary's pick in here. Gary, what's your score?
I'm going with the Chargers. 31-17.
Okay, JQ makes some good points. I mean, but I just think it's a scheme thing, man. I think I like Harbaugh's scheme, but Texans are ferocious, man. I can see it either way. You got Go ahead.
Chargers not going to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I'm not going that far, but I think in this game at home, they play very well at home this season, and I think they win this game.
I don't think the Texans are going to the Super Bowl either. So, like, I don't. This is a wild card round kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next game. This is the Jaguars at the Colts. Now, this is a game where I'm scared for Jaguars because Jaguars don't think you got that this big old win versus the Broncos, and you kind of come in and you kind of like take the Colts,
they're gonna dump truck the Colts.
I mean, but I'm hoping like they've been playing extremely well, but I hope like they don't they keep the foot on the gas. They should win this game. They should win this game because what the hell?
Hey, listen, can I have it for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. This is one of those.
Lou Moreno, as the defensive coordinator for the Bengals for a lot of years before he went to there. I watched that game last night, and I just could not understand how you do not send a fifth or sixth person Mr. Brock Purdy. If you're going to play defense like that, you're going to get blown out in this game. So I just the way the Jaguars are playing football right now, where you got Myers and Brian Thomas and Etienne, if you're saying, hey, we're just going to send 4 people and drop 7, and you watch San Francisco do what they just did to you in your building, I'm going to take the Jags.
I'm taking the Jags too. Like I said, I just hope it's one of those games where they don't read their pledge quickly and just kind of it should be dump trucking. But like I said, right now I got like a 34-20 score with the Jags because they should whip up on the Colts. Because
he's gonna do something crazy. It's gonna be 31-20 because Trevor Lawrence is gonna do something ridiculous to keep them in the game longer than they should be.
Interesting,
but they're gonna still win.
And look, this Phillip Rivers thing is a nice story. I mean, they played Seattle tough a couple of weeks ago. Nice story. But they're going to get dump trucked in this game, man. But, Phillip Rivers is not scaring anybody out there in that field, man.
Bro, listen. Okay, sorry. Side rant, because blame Rob for this. When you come out on the first play of the game, and Phillip Rivers is out there throwing a shot put, and he is 7 yards behind the Pittman. on that pass. And then for the second play of the second half, you run the same play, and he misses it just equally as bad. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm never going to go to a two-show coverage. He can't throw the ball behind me. He showed me twice.
Yeah.
When he had the he did this, he said,
yeah.
And that ball was 7 yards. Stop it.
Yeah.
It's a nice story, but he's deep ball. If you're a defensive coordinator and you play a two-shell coverage deep to let him get anything underneath, you'd be fired.
Okay. Get the score. Scary. What's your score? Really quick, we'll let Rob get a score.
What's your score, JQ?
31-20. Trevor Lawrence is going to do something stupid. It should be worse.
I've got the Jags winning 28-13. I watched Phillips Rivers. You're right. That's neat that a guy can come back and, at 44 years, he didn't look great. He looked like a 44-year-old guy out there, but he had a couple of decent passes and stuff and this sort of thing. But
those decent passes were all 5 yards.
Right. I saw those.
He threw 20 yards. He threw 20 yards.
15-yard out. I watched him float in the dirt.
He threw 20 yards. That was about it, though.
Anything 25 yards and he could make that play. But if as a defensive coordinator, he cannot throw the ball 45 yards down the field.
I would have had those, like in this game here. I'd have my DBs. I'd jump every fucking route.
There it is.
Every route. He's going to throw it short. He's throwing it short.
Gotcha. Rob,
yeah, oh, my God. Sorry, we were way late. I'm sorry.
What's your score, Rob?
I'm going to go 34-17.
Okay. Colts?
Jaguars. Not Colts.
Colts.
I'm speaking the Colts. All right.
I can't believe I'm even giving the Colts 17 points.
Here we go.
Come on, bro. They're going to score 17
And I
points.
was like this.
Yeah, it's all good. Next game, we got the Seahawks and the Panthers. I think the Seahawks are going to dump truck the Panthers. That's just me. And I say dump truck out of fear, but I think it's going to be like 28-13. Seattle.
Where's the game at? Is it in Charlotte or is it in Seattle?
Charlotte.
Panthers, yeah.
24-16 Seattle.
Okay.
Carolina keeps it close for 2.5, 3 quarters.
Okay.
I'm going with Seattle.
They beat the Rams in Charlotte, but yeah. I think Seattle's going to be ready for that.
27-20.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to take the Panthers. I'm going to take the Panthers 28-24.
28-24. Who you taking, Gary?
Seattle.
Okay. Richard?
He's picking the Panthers just because Sam Darnold plays for Seattle.
He's trying to prove a point. All right, Richard.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
You know what? It's crazy that you're going to say that. But that same dude with that nose short on always wants to take a team that travels from one coast to the other and take the other team because they're traveling from that. But now when I say that, it's all because of Sam Darnold.
Oh, they're going to be ready, though.
We got you there on that one, Rob.
They're going to be better. I think they're going to be better.
I mean, am I wrong, Gary? I'm pretty sure I've heard Rob say that on multiple shows. Taking one team going from the West Coast to the East Coast, yada, yada, yada. But now I'm just being a hater on Sam Darnold.
Y'all laugh at me.
That's only Thursday, too, though. I think sometimes he says that, too.
Before you came on, JQ, Gary asked the question in the BYU Georgia Tech game. Should we be picking Georgia Tech over BYU because they have to travel further going to Orlando? And my answer was, these bowl games, these teams are sitting in the city for like 5 days or so, right?
That's true.
They're not coming like the day before. So
that's true.
Why I'm still picking BYU.
Yeah, you agree. See, that was a good point.
In that situation, you know what? I will give you. You're right, but not in this one. With what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte, Carolina just showed you what they could do when the West Coast team comes to Charlotte.
Yeah, and that's why I think Seattle's going to win, because I think Seattle's going to be telling them all week. You saw what they did to the Rams.
This is great. Reverse psychology. All right, let's keep it going. Tough game, tough matchup, guys. Eagles at the Bills, and JQ said it earlier. The Bills struggled with the Cleveland. Now Cleveland's got Myles Garrett over there, but And we know for damn sure that the Eagles have a better defense. Well, shit, not a better defense. What I want to say, better offense, I would say, than the Browns.
Listen, I'm gonna take the Bills only because the Eagles have already clinched. What are they playing for?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills too. I'm gonna take the Bills for another reason. I'm still not sold on the Eagles' offense this year, even though they played better the last couple of weeks. They were against poo teams, right? So I'm still not sold on this Eagles offense. So I'm going to go with Bills and Josh Allen. 24-19. Buffalo.
JQ, what's your score?
23-20. Buffalo.
Wow.
The Bills have more to play for.
All right, Andre, what you say?
Bills, 27-24.
Looks like Richard's got Buffalo
24-21.
What's that, Gary?
I'm going with the Bills 24-21.
Okay. All right, last game, we got the Bears at the 49ers. Woo! That's a tough one. The Bears at the 49ers. Man, this is going to
No, it ain't. It's not a tough one.
49ers?
49ers.
49ers. Let's go.
What's your score, Rob?
Ooh, I'm going to go 27-21, San Fran.
30-27, San Fran.
34-20, 49ers.
Ooh, 2 touchdowns.
Say that score again. I didn't hear
34-20, 49ers.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
What? Me?
They're not going to beat Sam. They're not going to beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
Caleb Williams.
JQ, give him some grace. You know he's married into 49ers fans, so you gotta at least put up a good show.
Listen, I bet you $20 on a side bet that they don't beat them by 14 points. I'll give you 10.
I'm not playing this game with you, JQ.
Because the fact you won't bet on it lets me know that you're full of shit.
You know what? I ain't got time to talk to you right now.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna beat about
Chicago.
but come on, he's married.
Oh! You taking Chicago?
He hates the 49ers too.
23-21.
Bro, listen, that San Francisco offense is stupid.
Who's taking Chicago?
Gary. I wanted to go 27-20, but I just threw it in there because I just figured,
Gary's taking Chicago. Wow.
Okay. Right.
That San Francisco hate is deep.
He definitely.
You bet it is. It is so deep.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, because you hate
Steelers.
Michigan.
Oh shit.
So if you kind of have a Michigan Pittsburgh Steelers sandwich, that's the 49ers.
Man, JQ would have the runs if he the Michigan Pittsburgh sandwich.
That's the score, Richard.
Richard San Francisco 24-21, Richard.
Come on, Chicago. Come on.
It's like I said. I just think Caleb's going to make a mistake in there. That's why I'm giving that extra something. Yeah.
Brock Purdy could shit the bed. He had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he can certainly shit the bed.
So he can shit the bed. And yeah.
49ers like to run the ball, and we'll see how that plays out. And running always goes well. But like I said, yeah, that's where I'm at. You can suck it. You can suck it. That's what I said. Said it with my chest. 34-20. Let's go.
I listen. Okay. You're wrong. I still will bet you $20 that there's not going to be 14 points. That's wild.
JQ, I don't think nobody want to bet you until you fulfill the previous.
Listen, nobody wants to bet me. I feel like I'm making reasonable bets.
I don't really gamble, but it's all good. But unless it comes,
it's $20.
Hey, Andre, now you tell me.
No, when it becomes the meals. When it comes to meals, no. Sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Everybody wants to bet a whole meal, but nobody wants to bet $20. Okay.
A whole meal, man. That's oysters, that's gumbo, that's fish, that's drinks.
And I lost it on a bullshit ass leveraging call on a field goal kick. It's so bad.
Loss is a loss.
I feel that way whenever I pick the.
You got to account for 3 points when the team is at home.
I felt that bad when I picked the Chiefs over the Titans, and then Gardner Minshew got hurt. I'm like, oh shit, this is done. This is done. I was like, oh man, Titans are gonna win this game. Gardner Minshew got hurt. I was like, oh shit.
Now listen, I got other fantasy leagues, and you know who picked the Tennessee defense?
Of course you did.
Hey, we picked the Titans and the Chiefs last week on the show. Who picked the Titans?
Everyone, you picked the Titans.
Yeah, I picked the Titans to beat the Chiefs last week.
And I was like, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, without Patrick Mahomes, Phil, you got to.
Well, I thought they were more. I thought they.
The Tennessee defense isn't bad. They just have been put in bad situations. They're not a bad defense.
Yeah. I actually picked them up in some fantasy leagues and won to advance to the championship round in some leagues.
I didn't see that because I thought that Cam Ward's been good, but I was like, I thought the defense would be better. I thought they would try to confuse him. I thought Steve Spagnuolo was going to do something against Cam, but that shit didn't work. But still, they didn't have a quarterback. So
listen, when Mahomes went down, they was in mourning.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, that should have the whole team was like,
and then they had to go on the road to Nashville. Yeah.
It's not that far. It's like Missouri to like Nashville. Come on, man. It's not like West Coast.
You've been to Broadway. You've been to Broadway. Thanks.
I know. I just didn't expect that. I thought Gardner Minshew was like, he was talking a lot of shit. I was buying. He's like, oh, we can do this. He gets hurt. Like, oh man, that was bad. It was the Titans, man. Come on, man. Like, not the Jets. The Jets got like 20 people.
Listen, the Gardner Minshew magic lost for 3 years. It's over.
That's true. Yeah, shit. I mean, I thought the defense would be better. I thought Steve Spagnuolo.
No, but the quarterback was hurt too.
What? And JQ he went out. That's how it goes. That's a sign.
JQ was so drunk, man. He cut himself off.
That's a sign, man. Hey guys, man. Shout out. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. This is exactly what we need to. It's been long enough, man. Let's wrap it. It's been like 2 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining the holiday edition of Talking Sports with the 12th Man. We'll be back at you next week. I don't know what y'all schedule's like, but I'm good on Monday night or New Year's night, Thursday night next week.
I can't DJ that one. I got to DJ New Year's.
So what?
New Year's is a bad day for Big Shot.
Yeah. Thursday, not New Year's Eve, New Year's night. The first. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be Monday or New Year's night on the Thursday. So stay tuned. If y'all available one of those nights, we can kick it off. But other than that, hey, we want to hear from y'all across the country, everyone. Richard wants to hear from Oregon State fans. They're going to the new Pac-12. And Gary is wearing Texas Tech and Oregon gear, so he wants to hear from Oregon fans and fans from Lubbock, Texas. That's crazy. Yeah. So we'll be back at y'all next week. Like I said, either Monday or Thursday night. We'll see. And stay tuned.
I thought y'all were talking bad about me. I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened that way. I know. It's okay.
I have to be honest with you. It was all Rob that was doing it.
You know when somebody says that, you know they're the one that's guilty.
You know better than that. You know what he was saying before you clicked off. You heard him. He just kept it going.
Oh my God!
Which anyway, gentlemen.
Hey, we appreciate your
very Merry Christmas.
You guys, happy Festivus, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy everything, man. See you guys. Enjoy, gentlemen.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, guys. We appreciate it. Enjoy your days. See you guys.
Ooh, I'd like to buff my car with that thing. Aren't all my tires still good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're doing. See, so
my bad,
now
y'all.
you know.
I hit the wrong.
Now you know.
I hit the wrong button. I closed it on accident. I'm sorry. My bad.
Hey, that's all right. We appreciate you. We're glad you were back.
We thought Andre hung up on you because you were giving him a hard time about that 14-point prediction.
Because he won't invest in it because he knows it's bullshit.
What?
Come on, Chicago. This week, just don't fail me. Just this 1 week, I'll root for you.
Hey, listen. I love y'all.
That's what I want for Christmas.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, y'all. Love y'all.
All right, love you too, man. Peace out, man. Be good, guys.